Here's that same East Meckenbecker clock that had a issue with the ratchet. The click wasn't working that I fixed. I have what is called a Time Trax hooked up to that clock. And then I have a speaker hooked up to my Time Trax. I think originally it was a headphone that you put on. If I'm quiet, maybe you can hear the speaker. I can barely hear the thing, and I got my hearing aids in. I bought this Time Trax off of a friend of mine in Abilene, Texas. It's also used for watches, and that's what this device is for. You put the movement on here, hook it up where I got the alligator clip hooked up, and it gives you the beat setting for pocket watches. Now, this is the book that came with it. There's some instructions, and what I'm wanting to do with this video is to show you some clocks are already in this book where it gives you how many beats per second you should be getting. But if you don't have that information, here gives you some Ansonio clocks, Waterbury clocks, St. Thomas, New Haven, Ingram. But let me get to the page that I'm wanting to show you. Here, if you count all your wheels, it'll give you the time frame that you should be getting. That way you can adjust the pendulum using this Time Trax machine and get the clock set before it leaves your workbench or your shop for the customer. Like in this case, if the center wheel is 128 and stand by, I forget what that is. I gotta look on the other page. This is the page I was wanting to start with. Here it gives you a formula. Step 1, multiply the driver's wheels together. Include escape wheel teeth here. So you would multiply, you would count up all the teeth and you would multiply them. And then you would multiply the driven pinions together. So you'd have to count up all the pinions. And then you divide the wheels by the pinions. The result of step 3, which is what we're on, is the number of teeth on the escape wheel that pass a fixed point in 1 hour. Step 4, multiply the result of step 3 by 2. The result is the number of beats per hour, since each escape wheel tooth produces 2 beats, one as it enters the verge and the other as it exits. So anyway, getting back to the point of this video, with this formula, if you take the time to count up all the wheels and count up all the pinions and do that formula, hook up this Time Trax machine or any machine. I believe they have an app out now that you can download on your phone. It will tell you how many beats per hour the thing should be getting with that formula, and then with the app that you download on your phone or with this Time Trax, you adjust the pendulum up or down to get the results of that formula. In the back of this book, as I was saying, they have some where if you don't feel like doing that, formula, you count up all the wheels and it'll give you what it should be. I hope this video helps y'all. I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This clock did quit, and that's because it's not set right. And I particularly don't like this East Meckenbecker clock, and I'm fixing to explain why. There's like a horseshoe thing right here, okay? And then you have two given points right here for the verge and crutch assembly. With this horseshoe looking thing is where you adjust the verge and crutch assembly, along with this. It's got the two screws. Y'all seen some of my other videos. If I was to loosen these up, this will fall. So you have to adjust it so the entrance and exit position on the escape wheel is the same distance. If you raise it up too much, you put a weight on it, all the escape wheel is going to do is spin. So you have to adjust it so you get the entrance and the exit on the escape wheel adjusted just right, or your clock will never go in beat. And then you have to adjust this horseshoe looking thing. Stand by, I'm going to see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here with the pendulum off, the verge and crutch assembly swings back and forth. Now I'm going to adjust this horseshoe looking thing. And see, it's the crutch assembly is all the way to the right. I can push it some, and it'll adjust that way, but it won't adjust the other way, and that's what I don't like about it. Is because when you got this thing in the clock, you can't adjust it. See, it doesn't go back this way because it's stopping right there. You actually have to hold that horseshoe looking thing to adjust it back the other way. Anyway, they're swinging back and forth again, but when you put the pendulum on, because of the weight and the length of the pendulum, you have to adjust it more. So, again, I don't like the East Meckenbecker clock the way it's set up, or maybe it's just the fact that I think this is the second time that I worked on this clock. I'm not used to it, but once I figure it out, you never know, I might be praising it. But at this point, I don't like it, because once you put it back in the case, which is this case right here, and you got the everything inside, it's hard to adjust the setup. At least it is for me. Maybe other people don't have a problem. But if you accidentally bump this system while you're putting it in the case, you just ruin everything that you did outside of the case. Anyway, I hope this video has been an enjoyment to watch. I hope you learned a little bit about the formula on what you can do to get your clock in beat per hour. And that way you don't have to adjust the pendulum up and down throughout the week or month or whatever. It's just an easy way to get your time adjusted on your clocks using that formula versus keeping it in your shop for a month or two adjusting it. I hope this helps. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and God bless.